All right. Unfortunately, I'm thanking Card Kingdom again because we're heading back into another draft after really bombing out of the last one, 03. Shrug, deck seemed okay, but Magic did not go our way, so we're jumping right back in to try again. And if I were playing physical Magic and needed to jump back in to try again, I would contact Card Kingdom to get the boosters I needed to play with my buddies, the singles I need for my commander decks, swapping stuff around for the latest standard tech, get rid of your cards before they rotate out, set up for stuff that's going to rotate in, and Card Kingdom is there for you every step of the way on all that. So you can check them out at the affiliate link down below. You want to help me out as a streamer, Dionysus, you want to help me out? You should be clicking on Card Kingdom links and buying stuff from them, whatever. If you need Magic stuff, they should be on your comparison list for sure. They'll do right by you. Now, still got good resources. That was a kick in the sensitives, but we're gonna go right back in. Cavalier is almost certainly the pick. I don't even know what the red one does, but we're going to take it, right? Let's see. Hastify everything. When it enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards, draw that many, and when it dies, deals X land cards in graveyard. Well, maybe it's not amazing, but I think we still take it. We can go craft it before I forget as well. Haven't had a chance to even take a disfigure yet. There's Ember Hauler and Shock if we want to stick to our first pick colors. Or go ahead and take a black card, which I think are a little better here. Shock is fine, though. Ember Hauler is fine. Let me get into the draft view here. Ember Hauler is like a shock. Oh, I craft it to get gems. So yeah, let's go do that and show. I'll do that right now, real quick. We'll hop to decks. It's a little early. Like oh, okay, cool. We got two. Perfect. I was gonna say I kind of want to wait till we already have a couple. We already have a couple, so that's great. This is actually perfect. This is exactly when I want to be crafting for this account. Basically, when I'm only using 2 wild cards. So by crafting up to 4 with 2 mythic wild cards, we've now gained 40 gems on the grind. Yeah, and I'm on Hauler over Shock. And I'm on, let's go ahead and take, this is all close enough that I'm fine with sticking with the red card to support our Cavalier pick. Probably just want to go right into Scampering Scorcher here. Try to get our way into a base red Elementals deck. After you pick the card, but before the draft ends. Yep, your collection does not update with quantities until the draft is over. Am I crazy for just wanting the land here? I think we actually just want the land. Maybe Destructive Digger, but this seems like the best card in the pack for where we're headed. We can take Skeleton, but this is likely to wheel. Yeah. Let's see if we can push where we know we want to go. Yeah, I'm going to take this land too. Let's get Teamer lands. And then there's a Frost Lynx as kind of a payoff, but Pattern Matcher setting up for super payoffs, potentially. It's Pattern or Lynx, but we don't know what, we don't even know what our second color is. We could take Pattern Matcher and end up red-black when a Thief is next, you know? I think it's too early for Matcher. I like to take the Matcher early because then we know we're trying to build to it. I didn't take Matcher. Vorstclaw for the 7/7 elemental, or for 1 less mana, a 5/4 elemental. But it's on color, like we know we're red. So I think we take this. Despite it not being amazing. I thought we were back to our first pick because it all looked very familiar, but we have a smuggler here. We'll take that. Yeah, that's a feature RG that they should add, and was, you know, that's what I said when they announced this system. If you're going to make me care about what I have in my collection, you ought to show me while I'm drafting. We'll take Reduce here. Bow, spec on bow or skeleton. Like I said, we're mono so far. Mono with some possibilities. It's like bow spec or skeleton spec. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bow here. And there's a vial that we could get in case we want to just work that whole angle. Or we can take the pup on the possibility of green. I like Boreal Elemental out of your pack there, Townick. Yeah, we take Act, but let's take Pup. Pup can be playable. Shaman, Bond. And you just keep taking red stuff. Mono red it. I'll take Shaman. Take shared summons for gems and possible playability. Spectral Sailor on a splash. We got red-green with a blue splash building here. Sailor is good. Is it as good as gems? Is it as good as playable gems? I'm going to take playable gems here. You can kind of think of it as a gem pick primarily, but we may end up playing it. We'll see. Well, we get caves to set up our Golos. Spider probably here. I'm just staring, hoping for something better. Really sad that my second pick is a spider, but there's nothing better here, right? So I guess what's what we take? I already have a smuggler. I don't want a second smuggler. I do have I have MTG tracker. What part are you talking about? Like what to get what info? Are we green to the point that we don't take air elemental here? We could just take air elemental and be. Yeah, I don't know why red's not flowing, right? We took all of it. I don't think it's too greedy given what else is in this pack. We're just passing up a spider. Let's take it. We could bail on green if the blue flows. All right, Vaporkin, I'm going to ask you to move on from the Lynx joke, all right? It's not that funny, man. Move on. Winged words or track? Yeah, I guess it's just winged words. Yeah, no, I do not want. I tried Untapped GG and had LSV's reviews in or whatever, and immediately turned it off. I just was. Yeah, we're taking Seer. I'm just talking about. Yeah, it turned out I did not like. It was distracting to have Luis's ratings clogging my own perception of where we're at in a draft and what we need. I'm still not going to main deck Fry. No. All right, Vaporkin, I asked you. Unsummon? Over Mutt? We do seem to be moving more towards blue here. If we're not playing the green, I'll leave it in for now, actually, though. We should leave it in. But if we're not playing the green, which is pretty weak overall, then we're happy to have a 3-drop in the Mutt, and it would allow us to potentially splash, like if we found a Risen Reef. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm getting basically what I need in terms of collection view from the MTGA tracker I'm using. So this is great. I want this and this, but we'll snap up the elemental. Too bad we had to pass a words, but look. Okay. We're blue. Okay. Fine, bots, my goodness. You are now allowed to suggest links, and I won't mute you. Convolute, Airstrike, there's... I don't know if this is main deckable. I don't think this is main deckable. I wasn't main decking it in best of 3, so I don't see why I'd bring it in main here. Same thing with Drake. Almost rather just have the Convolute here. Scuttlemutt Drake is a reasonable call out. All right, we'll take Drake. It's good with Mutt, but it's not good without it, which I don't love. We do have Heart Piercer Bow. We can pick up the Weaponsmith here, as someone suggested we might be able to. We can take a Denizen. We get to take it. Denizen, it's too late to do this plan, but Sprite versus Weaponsmith is where we're at. So I'll take Weaponsmith on spec. I think Sprite's just okay. I've been pretty disappointed with Sprite, actually. And we can take a Raptor over Negate. Another Negate. I think a Manifold Key. I think I'm never playing the Gate, so this is at least, or the Negate. This is Vault Progress, at least. Late Bow, late Piranhas. We do have the one Weaponsmith, though, so I think we are on Bow. Last pick playable. Grafdigger's Cage may be the pick here because there's garbage for our colors, unfortunately. Like, this is pretty garbagey. You take a Berserker, reduce to ashes. I think reduce wheels. Pro White goes along. Yeah, we can take the Pro White card and Scuttlemutt. How are we at 2? Yeah, Berserkers gets decent with Scuttlemutt around, but then it's still, it's still a great. You've got a 3/1. If they have a 2-4 or whatever, it's still just not doing anything. Oh, Cage is unplayable. We're just taking it for gems. Get another Ember Hauler. Presses the red. Too bad we're not farther. You know, if we were green-red, we could just be on the Trailblazer plan, but that's not going to happen there. Could take a Shock instead here, so we have a Shock and a Hauler. Lynx can be a defensive card. It's not a great one. It's more of a racing card. But also, it's a tempo card. But here's the thing, Stratic. Here's how I've really used Frost Lynx beyond the tempo stuff that you're talking about. In flyer decks where I'm facing a bunch of spiders, I have been able to win games where I've sculpted late game turns that involve Frost Lynx, bounce Frost Lynx, you know, so you can do it. It is a tempo card, but it does have uses beyond that. But I'm going to take another Hauler. And 2 Winged Words just makes me want another Elemental. I clicked. Nice. There's a Shock we're passing, but we'll take 2 Shocks for 4 instead of 1 Shock for 1, I think.
So many new worlds. So many opportunities to get lost.
Here's our curve. Kind of even all over the place. Probably not playing this at this point. Yeah, I think we take Brawler. There's Vial that we're going to wheel, so that's cool. But we are getting pretty thick at 4. And Haulers and Brawlers. Here's another Berserker. Smuggler number 2. We do have a pattern matcher, so maybe Smuggler number 2 is better. Smuggler's just better, and we have a pattern matcher. Raider just doesn't really have a great home in the format, I think. Too much going on at 4. Yeah, I don't think Raider is a very impressive 4 relative to what we've got going on at 4. I mean, this isn't impressive either, but I don't think we need the Raider here is what I'm saying. I don't think there is an uncommon print run. I think we'd have heard about it by now. Somebody around here would have brought it up. Vial over Infuriate. Yeah, we got the Weaponsmith. Let's Vial. Berserker came back anyway. So our rare draft is looking pretty good. We'll take the Berserker. Maybe we'll get the other one and have Berserkerness. Other elementals never making it. Let's take Vault Progress. Bird Grabber, you say? Might be a deck for a Bird Grabber. Are we ever playing Negate? I keep looking at Negate. You get something. It's just, if you're trying to curve out aggressively, you just don't want to get stuck with a Negate in your hand, and that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to skip the Negate and go with the Bird. Maybe we'll play the Fury. We'll see. I've not liked the Diamond Knight myself. I see it a lot, and it's very, very, very swingy. Feels like it's either garbage or pretty good, you know? We do have one reason to consider it is the Weaponsmith casts it. Rift is a playable finisher, yes, if we need it. I have not really found the deck that I've needed it in yet. This could be it. Let's do that. Let's see. Any other crafting to do? We have no rares, and we already crafted our mythic, so no, we don't. We'll take our pick and get our 40. Steven's asking about how to approach when to do the technique I just did, and I got to figure out how to write a cohesive article on this. It's tough because it really depends on how you expect to finish the format. So I'm approaching our free-to-play account as though we are going to 4x our rares and we are not going to 4x our mythics. So in the case where you're not going to 4x the thing, I like waiting until you've got a couple of them and then using 2 wild cards to finish it off, which is what we did with the Cavalier here. Then you're spending a couple wild cards for a guaranteed 40, which is a lot better to me than being like, oh, I have none of these mythics yet. I'm going to go spend 4 mythic rare wild cards to craft up to 4 to get 40. And if you wait, you can basically get that 40 for a discounted rate. Yeah, there's a lot of mono decks. I run into them, and they seem good when they come together. I thought we might be heading there with red. I mean, with the Ember Haulers and the Cavalier, it would have been a fine time to be running nothing but mountains. Yeah, that's a great question, Raptor. I made a presumption there, but it should be called out that all of these rare drafting techniques are for people who don't care about constructed at all. If you care about your collection for constructed, just use your wild cards for that and don't worry about scrounging gems. Scrounging gems in limited is for people who wouldn't be doing anything with the constructed cards anyway. So we got a lot of cuts here. That's good. 2011. We don't need this. Not splashing. We are going to pattern match. We have Ember Haulers and Smugglers and Elementals to match patterns with. Definitely, we need our removal. I think we're running all these 5, so we don't go above 5, but we're 5 at 5 is a little heavier there than I usually like to be, but I think we keep all these. I think they're good enough. Maybe we cut a Raptor here. It is castable with our Weaponsmith, and I think we're doing the Weaponsmith thing with 3 things to fetch, and a Scuttlemutt and a Pattern Matcher to help cast. Yeah, I still don't like the Berserker. And I don't think we need Rift. We're going to win through Flyers and Cavalier and that kind of stuff. We could even get rid of Cerulean Drake, yeah. Everybody wants Scuttlemutt plus Pro. Yeah, it's cute, but it's not... This is the fundamental LR philosophy repeated so often. Don't play mediocre cards because they get good with something else. Play good cards that get great with something else. Yeah, we can cut Anticipate. Rage's got to go. Could get rid of Fury. Yeah, thank you. It's a fair call out to say that I'm running some mediocre cards because they're good with one specific card. But these are, I think these individually, without any help, are very much better than Drake and Berserker. Okay, so for starters, I have these higher than these. And for finishers... the combo is straight up card advantage. It's straight up drawing cards. It is like really good. Whereas the big combo here is we can get clever with other small creatures, right? I doubt I would ban you forever, Vaporkin, for pushing a joke too far. But if I ask you to stop and you keep going, yeah, I can find that button. I'm old, but I can find that button. What has Nick got to say? Listen, listen. Oh, Nick's talking lockbox. Yeah, we can just kill the mud entirely. We're not splashing anymore. That's maybe fair. Especially since we're cutting the things that support it. I think I like this, but I could use a quick break. So what I'm going to do is leave this here. You can debate. Yeah, Bird Grabber could go, although we do fly. For at least this is a deck where it's actually more than a 2/1 for 2, right? So that's appealing to me. We got Seer as well. So I'm going to let you here. I'll show you the final numbers though. So we're at 16-7. Debate away, and I'll be right back, and we'll finalize this deck and try to get an actual win today. Okay, be right back. Yeah, Fazdar, we 0-3'd on our first one. Bummer. That's fair. I think I'm in on Bird Grabber out, Mutt in. We have a lot of 5s that we're happy to get to, and the Cavalier in particular is pretty mana intensive, so... Oh wait, did I put in the wrong thing? Or did it not go in? Oh, it just didn't go in. Let me try that again. There we go. And I agree on 10 red. Any other, let me see, people want some Fury in. Fury's not a bad idea, partly because we can go smuggle the Lavakin Brawler, make it unblockable, and then Fury it for a massive attack. No band intended. Tips on mana base. I think the thing that people do that is a heuristic that's not great and is just like counting mana symbols. I think the thing that's really important to me to look at is to ask what we want to do early. And we would love a Weaponsmith on 2, given the artifacts we want to cast, but clearly with triple Ember Hauler, like red is the major priority, and then having a triple red in the cost, like that's what's driving us to want to have 10 red sources at least here. So if we brought in Fury, though, what are we taking out? What does that put our numbers? 16, 8. Would that be over the Mutt? I kind of am liking the Mutt plan. We could take out one Smuggler for it. That reduces our Pattern Matcher hits to Hauler Elemental. But maybe that's enough. Yeah, I think we're kind of identifying the final cuts here. I mean, obviously we brought, this is one of our last cuts, or last, and then we brought it back in. Now we could cut it again for this. All right, I'll take out Mutt for now, but I'm going to keep that data point. When we draw Fury, I'm going to ask myself if I wish it was just a Mutt. And this one is the long haul. I haven't played 18 yet. I think I would with a blue-black heavy card draw control deck that was looking to go super long. The reason I haven't been playing 18 is a lot of the times where I'm playing big expensive stuff, I'm playing green, and then I'm playing things like the Horizons or the Horizon enchantment or whatever, where I don't need the extra land because I have mana dorks and land auras and that kind of thing. We'll see. I have not. I did one Weaponsmith deck quite a while ago, and it worked out okay. All right. Let's get to the battlefield and try to redeem ourselves. This account hasn't won a game yet today. We do need our we do need to make our progress on daily wins and quests. Thank you. I'll update the record. Let's not jinx ourselves by leaving that up there. Okie doke. Hauler Smuggler words. We don't have a lot of big creature removal, but we do have 3 Ember Haulers and the Vial. Vial is definitely a card we do not want to draw. It's a card we want to search up. But it's part of the risk we're taking with the construction. We really want to get that Weaponsmith, and if we fail to get the Weaponsmith first, all that stuff we draw is a little bit worse than we wanted. Let's smuggle an attack here, though. Apply some pressure. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I appreciate Season of Growth more than a lot. I think this is maybe this is a front runner for like most contentious card on the Sunset Show or whatever. A lot of people have a lot of different feelings about the playability of this, and I find it build around playable, but its big drawback is what we're seeing here, which is it stinks to have to disrupt your curve to play it. Here we can Winged Words and play the tapped land. Got nothing but land here. Let's start with an attack, though. Can't think of a flash creature in green in this set. The pauses suggest to me that maybe they have pump. I'm expecting Oppo to have pump now. And I can wing before I play the cliffs, but we're almost certainly going to play the cliffs. That's true. Wow. I don't need... No, I'm going to... Well, I probably should just because there's so much land. Like, whatever. We're going to find we'll find a different spot to play the cliffs. So, yeah, I'll keep untapped... Mike, if this were our last... If we only had 2 lands left, I think I would just play the cliffs. But since we have endless untapped land, there's no need to do that. Fair. Ten of our 17, and we're 13 cards in. All right, well, now we'll play it. So, I mean, this is random. This is one of the possible results from random. I think we're going to be starting to take a lot. I'm going to go ahead and attack, though. It's not like we're blocking here, so let's get in. Sorry, sitting around lamenting my land situation and not getting on with the attacking. Yeah, I mean, they gotta kill stuff, or I think we're gonna get there. Like, this is a clock. They gotta do something. I missed it. Did they, I guess I can look at the... I could look at my MTGA tracker, but I'm just gonna chat Google. Did they top or bottom there with the growth? Depends on who you ask, Broodstar. It depends on who you ask. The internet has created some entitled people in the world. I think I'm a lot older than y'all, most of y'all, and I think the entitlement problem has gotten worse with the advent of the internet. I was there for the pre-internet entitlement, and it's worse now. It's certainly in my face more, but I also think the internet itself has created more expectations of entitlement, more entitled expectations among the populace. I believe that.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Okay. They're coming at us. They're making it a race. Let's see what we can do. I kind of want to draw a land now. Let's do it. Land! Oh, fine. So with this, I actually think I want to haul the Ember Cat and swing away. That drops them to 5. The other thing we can do is just attack with everything, and then they can shoot. And I guess we don't need to haul the Ember Cat. We just attack. And well, then if they block the smuggler, though, that's the thing I don't want, right? Maybe I just go ahead and make the hauler unblockable and attack with the Scorcher again, and do the Scorcher. Maybe it's fancy play syndrome to do anything other than that. Let's do that. Well, we can still think about it. Because if we do this, we get 4 in. Yeah, Oppo almost certainly has a pump spell. That's why I'm thinking along the lines of unblockability and chump attacks. I'm going to go with that plan. Guaranteed 4. Didn't I thank the subs? If I didn't thank the subs, let me thank the subs. I thought I said thank you when they happened, but it's distracting. Here's my thank you.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Wow. I guess they're going for a big finish of their own. Maybe we got to be worried here. Let's see. Can we lose from 17? Because they might. Yeah, maybe they've given up. That's true. They timed out for their last decision. Okay. Well, Santiago, I hope you did this on purpose. Sucks to get disconnected or whatever. Khan's expanded cube. Oh, I love cube, and I'll do that. Yeah, I would check out a weirdo cube. Perhaps entitlement is an overused word, but I think it's an important one. I think there is a lot of it. I hear you, Dice Hoarder, and it's not fair to pile on young people. Like, that just happened. Every older generation just wants to call out how the younger generation is worse or whatever. I'm not trying to do that. I'm really trying to explore the impact of the internet on human behavior. And I don't think it's just that the internet has exposed the human behavior that was already there. I think it has changed human behavior. I think it's undeniable that it's changed human behavior. Yeah, boomers are pretty entitled too. Yeah, all the generations like to throw down. My favorite is the what millennials have killed articles. What millennials have killed? What, were there articles in the 20s about the millennials killing the buggy whip industry or whatever? Like, catch up to what? Yeah, anyway, let's go for another win, shall we? I'm sure they did. They didn't necessarily call it. They weren't necessarily clickbait articles about how this whatever generation. Hey, thanks, Eric. All right, we're gonna keep this with our double hauler, and we'll find our blue. Find one blue, and we find our second. There, we found one. Unfortunate bow draw. But maybe a fortunate bow draw. We get to kill an apostle. I just say unfortunate because our ideal is to draw the weaponsmith and then pull him out of our library. Less violent. Maybe so. I don't know the violence statistics, but I'd believe that. We're all hanging out inside now. We could play the bow, kill the apostle, and trade with the wolf. We could just play another Ember Hauler. I think I like the bow play here, actually. And if the hauler trades with the wolf, that's fine. We bring another hauler out. All of social media ends up being an echo chamber. That's pretty true. I'm reading, one of my favorite authors is Neil Stephenson, and I'm reading his latest book, Fall. And it's got, I love his near future stuff, and he really explores the nature of the internet currently and future. Pup attack. Funny. Well, we got our air elemental coming. Let's go, let's just go, island, hauler, equip bow, and then we have it all set up. Yeah, like here, it's all double-edged swords, you know? For example, I love that the internet allows small groups of passionate people to find each other for positive things. Like, I didn't know there were other people in the world that were weird in exactly the way that I'm weird, and now I have found them. I have found my people. I love that. Except too often it has been, oh, I didn't know there were other people that hated exactly the same way I hated. I have found them, and now we can hate together, right? Like, that's the... Ugh. It joins communities, regardless of the quality of the community. I mean, I don't care what you are if you're not impinging on the liberty of anybody else. If you found your people and you and your people are making yourselves happy without hurting anybody else's liberty, rock on. So we're gonna take out the pup and let's see, like it'd be annoying to get hit with the make 2 1/1 tokens or whatever, but we assume that they are just stuck on land here, not that they're gonna ambush us. And if they do, all right, we trade Hauler for 2 of theirs, or we trade Hauler for Growth Cycle. I guess it's technically a little better to kill the but then we can't cast the Air Elemental. I don't care about it enough to not cast the Air Elemental this turn. Yeah, I guess we could take the turn off to kill Loaming. Let's think about that. Yeah, all right, fine. I just wanted to get the Air Elemental down. We can cast Winged Words though, so that's fine. You're right. Chat's right. This looks like a powerful Air Force incoming. That's pretty bold into the bow, but if you got nothing else, I guess what are you going to do? We're going to go Air Elemental Equip. We could start with Boreal, but the difference... Like, whatever. Let him kill it. We got so much following. I mean, if they're main decking Plummet, I guess Boreal is better because they can't actually cast it. But, yeah, I'm willing to take that risk here. Yeah, kind of. It's a little more than that. Hanging out is an element of it, Dionysus, but it's also... I feel like I'm working right now, right? I'm here to try to impart knowledge of both magic and life in an entertaining way, and so it's not as relaxed for me as just like hanging out with friends, because that's not a job. This is a fun job that involves hanging out. Oh, do I have a power ranking of sparkling water? Just only the top ones matter to me. Our current number 1 is Apple Bubbly. Number 2 is Apricot LaCroix. And number 3 is Peach Pear LaCroix. And number 4 is probably just Peach Bubbly, I think. That's fair, Mike. I didn't do a clock assessment. If it didn't change the clock, I probably should have done the Boreal. Hobo's Hot Gun is voting with their money, which I approve of, but I'm also, like, I try to, like, I've never eaten a Chick-fil-A, despite liking a chicken sandwich, you know. It's really tough to engage in moral capitalism. If the Good Place has taught us anything, engaging morally with American capitalism is not, it's kind of a contradiction in terms. The appeal of sparkling water, Dice Hoarder. A lot of people just recoil in horror at it. Here was my transition as a soda drinker. Went from pure Coca-Cola in my 20s, messed up my teeth, going to the dentist. They're going to need to do some major work in my mouth because of all the sugar that I just let flow over my teeth for 15 years. So then I transitioned to Diet Coke so that it was not so bad for the sugar on my teeth and the sugar in my belly and the phosphoric acid, yeah. which also doesn't, Diet Coke is not great for your teeth either. And then I wanted to get off Diet Coke because I felt addicted to it. Like, I had a weird thing with Diet Coke. I don't know if there's any Diet Coke heads out there, and I don't know exactly what's going on in the Diet Coke contents, but I craved it in a way that I did not crave just caffeine. It's not just a craving for a caffeine. I would have moments at like 10 p.m. and go like, I need a Diet Coke right now. We don't have any. I am going to the store at 10 p.m. because I need it, right? And that bothered me. So I tried to switch to soda water and kind of hated it. My friend Rob Schuster, I don't know if he's around today, lurking or whatever, but former coworker of mine at Wizards, like to say, it tastes like hairspray. To people who, soda water can taste like hairspray. That's really weird to me. Or that's bitter. It's like, it's not bitter, it's just not sweet. And so here was my mental trick, though. Here's what got me over the hump to liking soda water. My problem was I kept saying, all right, soda water, replace my Diet Coke. Come on, do it. It's not, I hate it. And then my mentality was, all right, soda water, be a little bit funner and better than water. Let's go water plus. And as soon as I thought of it as water plus, I loved it. As I was thinking of Diet Coke minus, I hated it. As soon as I thought of it as water plus, I loved it. All right. More in between match ramblings, but not many other options for you today, so suck it up and make it through my ramblings, and here we go to play again. That's cool, Broodstar. If you like just water, awesome. But I really enjoy the bubbles, and I really enjoy the flavor. Well, we got our weaponsmith, but no blue for it yet. I already have a bow. I'm going to keep this, though, I think. I hate mulliganing. Oh, this might be a mulligan. What do you think of this? Keep or mull, crowd? Did I ever give ratings to sets regarding limited? If so, what would M20 be? I'm liking it so far. I'll tell you at the end. Keep. Sad keep? Alright. I was kind of on sad keep. And a road to Rome, I love it. That's my next move, I think. A road to Rome has hit it, and also, I mean, I don't know what the political leanings of the owner of frickin' SodaStream is or whatever, but it feels like if I could get to a point where I was just making my own plain soda water and augmenting it with lemon or lime, that would be perfect. Because that's what I order in restaurants. I always just order a soda water with lemon or lime. There you go. See? No... There is no good capitalism. Boo! We're getting laughed at. This is one of the problems of this whole thing, right? If we had had the blue, though, we would have put a stop and have not had this happen. Unfortunately, we just didn't have the blue. Oh, I'm off sugary sodas, Dionysus, but sugar is probably the biggest problem in my diet. My whole family. We got 4 sugar junkies in this house. It's pretty bad. Yeah. It's just our biggest weakness. Well, my family is representative of the USA then, for sure. All right, we're gonna go weaponsmith, and we could equip or play the vial. Let's stop on upkeep. Although we can use the weaponsmith to help cast it. Although we're gonna go fetch for one next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. No, I haven't done that Fazdar. I'd have to, like, define sad keep and then start tracking the data, you know? Oppo really didn't want to have to do that, but sucked it up. We are going to use our weaponsmith before we draw it on accident, so I'm going to do this. Nice job, Bruce's dad. That's kind of a boo. But I'm going to throw... Oh. Put this down. They know about the bow anyway, and we can equip the other one. Oh, we can equip them both. Double wielding bows. Well, please attack with a matcher. Come on, attack. Just do it. No. All right. Well, we do have Uncaged Fury, but that doesn't quite do it. I'm going to just Boreal here. Yeah. I was just trying to see if there's a nice attack that really let us leverage the power of these bows in this spot, but there's not really, so we can just drop the... You want to reduce and swing? I like the Boreal. Well, that's true. If we could reduce and swing and get the Angel down now. They've only got 3 cards left. This is just... our best removal spell, so if we're using it now, we're kind of saying aggro, and I'm gonna slow it down. Yeah, let's Boreal. We can do that plan later. And if we move the we can move the bows to the elemental, and then we just have sweet attacks, right? Well, Fury isn't good there, though, right? Like, I guess it... no, I guess it does. It would make it so they the Fury would eat the matcher. So that would be a fine line. I think this is a fine line, too. Basically, the lines you're talking about with combat can happen again next turn, depending on what they do here. And we even get more action. Because now we can vial the pattern matcher, potentially. Soda Stream alternative. Thanks, Fiddles. I'll throw that in a new tab and check it later. And we're on their turn. Okay. Okay, now we have 6 mana. We can go 2, 3, 4. We can even move these over and go 5, 6. Yeah, let's move the bows. I like that. Also, we can activate Heart off the Yeah, we can use 2 mana from the weaponsmith. I should have done that for the bows, I guess, since we knew we were going to do that, but I do like having it for the vial as well. I don't think we need to keep the Uncaged Fury mana this turn. We're going to draw. Should have drawn before I even moved the bows, but we're going to draw now. We do have a second Boreal Elemental, so we could pattern match and get that. So let's do that. Let's just attack and... Heck, I'm even going to pattern match now in case they do something on block. Oh yeah, we could also wait on pattern match so we had Vial available. Let's do that. I'm going to risk it. Better to attack with mana open. I just didn't want to lose the elemental somehow and then not be able to match it, but I think we're safe. Oh, they don't have pump? Okay. Perfect. That's a pretty strong play right there. Extra elementals. What's your hardest thing to cut with sugar? Ice cream. Probably number 1. Ice cream is like my favorite thing in the universe. Kids come in second. Wife probably third. Sugar in my coffee. Someone was talking about how sugar ruins coffee. That's something I should probably do, is just cut sugar out of my coffee and learn to love coffee without sugar. Yeah, I think Vile Boreal seems good here. And then we can even play the other one, right? So let's do this. Do this. I didn't need to do that there, I suppose. I should wait till this works, but they didn't stop this last turn. I didn't think they were going to stop it this turn. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Although I find I actually drink coffee black sometimes. It was like afternoon coffee when I was drinking it, I would drink black. And I kind of don't like the transition. I either like to have it sugary the way I want or just try cutting it. I might try cold turkey on it. We'll see. Everybody's a judgy McJudgerson about foods. You do that to your that? Shut up. Let me love my things. Also, Broodstar. I'm not. That was a general. That was general, not just Broodstar. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna draw here. My kids are the best and worst part of every day. Now I gotta focus on winning this game. I think we have it well in hand, but I don't want to let it slip away because I'm not focused here. I think we just want to take out the links, maybe, on the attack. We can send in our own pattern matcher. We can play okay, Smuggler, and nothing gets really through here. I like play this island. We could also just reduce pattern matcher to ashes and go. I think that's what it's time for. And if they're chumping at this point, they need a sweeper to win. I mean, they have 3 whites. They could have the a cleansing, but we'll see. Cavalier of Dawn is a good card, but I don't think it's going to save him here. I'll put it up on screen. Cavalier, 2 white, white, white. Vigilance, 4/6. ETB, destroy a non-land permanent, but the controller gets a golem, which we got. And then when it dies, return target artifact or enchantment card. And they don't have either of those in their graveyard, so it doesn't really do much on death. Can we just win here? Took out 1 elemental. If we attack... Let's play this land. 5, 6, 7, 8 mana plus 2 on the equip. So we can equip. We can get this to 4. Yeah, let's equip in the air again. Off of Weaponsmith, though. And then Uncaged Fury will get it done, regardless of how they block down below. Let's see. Uncaged Fury is going to cost us 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Uncaged Fury costs us 3, leaving us 5. We could actually just Scorcher and go wide. They're not gonna block any of these. So let's cast it. Boom, boom, and then we might even be able to just, like, ignore the block and win without it. Like, let's see, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uncaged Fury, 10. Yeah, we just win, unless they have something, so I'm going to go for the win. Found lethal. Yeah, we're turning it back around this time. Obviously need a lot more red, but I'm not going to pass up on the castable turn 2 Weaponsmith. And we have our Mythic in hand, so I'm going to keep this. Almost certainly going to play the Weaponsmith on 2, but I'll play a Mountain just so we continue to have the option if for some reason we decide we draw a Mountain and we need to play the Hauler. But no, I haven't changed my mind. In fact, what we can do now is Weaponsmith. I'm going to set a stop now. Now we can Weaponsmith on upkeep, still play a Mountain and drop Hauler. And what do we want more? Let's take a bow. Make him nervous. Also, we get 2 bows. It's just so good to have that threat. Experienced any heat waves here in Seattle? I'm not sure if there's a scientific definition for heat wave, but basically once or twice a summer there's a 3 to 7 day stretch of way hotter than normal weather around here, like in the 90s. Oh yeah, I'll set another stop, thank you. Good thing they were slow. No. We're gonna take that out with our double bow soon enough. Brood doesn't like this. Now let's go hauler, second hauler and attack. I'm gonna put the stop in and we can talk about it. I just want to make sure if we find land, like no, we don't even want it this time because I want to use the weaponsmith to actually cast these. Unfortunately, we needed 6 mana to cast both and equip both. So maybe I'll skip that for now. Cast 1 bow, cast the smuggler, and just attack. They're showing a lot of mana open, though. This is super suspicious. Why have they not done anything? Could be Bone to Ash. We could play around Bone to Ash with a Winged Words and a Heart Piercer bow. Let's do that. Well, it paused. If this was Bone to Ash alone, that wouldn't have paused at all. But we can at least do this. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. 2-1 flash. If so, no big deal. We trade for the 2-1 flash. I can live with that. Yeah, that sailor's going down, man. I guess I'll put another stop to consider. Looks like we're going to want to Lynx. Lynx gives us still the Heart Piercer bow play, so I'm not going to do it. We're going to draw. We're not going to go search. We're going to use it to cast. Found some more land. We could holler. We can holler double bow the War Chief eventually, but I like just this right now.
All right, everyone, chill.
War Chief does get bigger, you're right. Do we have to do it now? Do we care enough? Probably we do. I think we, yeah, because the War Chief will grow, let's get rid of it while we can. I mean, we could race. But it feels safer to do this. Let's just play safe. Yeah, that's the plan, and we sack the hauler they block. And I put it on 2 different ones so that there wasn't an obvious choice of which one to block. Well, no, that's the thing. We didn't know which hauler we're going to sack. We're going to sack the one that gets blocked. Or we could, if we want to make this trade, we could sack the non, but we got to sack one of these. Do we want to make this trade too? But it feels like we don't need to make that trade. We're going to bow it. Yeah, we shouldn't do it because we're going to bow it. Well, maybe another bow hauler target. Oh, I missed my stop in time in case we wanted to do that. Because getting extra 2 damage wouldn't suck. We still could, in fact, if we wanted. Nothing's changed there. Yeah, I'm with you on bow it up, attack, and I like bow on Lynx. I guess I could have done it with that, but then we can go Cavalier, or this and follow with Cavalier. I just do Cavalier. Why am I? But we don't even need to do this now. It doesn't give itself haste. It doesn't have haste naturally, so we can attack first. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do that instead. Yeah, we need the hauler activation too, so we didn't actually have the leftover. You stay back. All right, 1 dead sailor, 1 injured dragon. And I guess let's throw the bow on the Lynx, and then we have double bow on the Lynx with the smuggler, so we can keep doing that every turn. Oh yeah, I could have done that. I like this though. I'll put a stop in case we want to get the vial. It's got some play. This deck seems good. Well, not sure. Maybe they're... Do I even care? Like, I guess we miss out on the final vial if they have something, but I'm willing to trade for a trick here on this. Blade Brand? Yeah, Blade Brand is too... Blade Brand is a weird splash. Are they... I guess maybe they're secondary... I'm not sure what their splash color is here. Yeah, we can take it. Let's just take it. We're doing fine here. About to kill this thing anyway. So, we can weaponsmith for the vial and take out the raider. That seems reasonable. We're just kind of doing board control here. Board control on the way to victory. I'm gonna do it. Interesting. Perhaps maybe just like a superior vial. Yeah, let's do... And then I'm going to leave the smuggler back to protect Chandra. We make an unblockable 4-2. I think we're just deciding how to win this game. I think it's well in hand, and we're in that spot of like, all right, we're 90 plus to win from here. What's the maximum percentage we can get out of our choices? So this is the kind of place where mistakes are hard to see because you frequently end up winning anyway, even though you've made the less powered play. But we got to start with this. I'm going to follow through on my plan at the very least.
Hold on. I'm gonna try something new.
We could attack with both for the extra damage. We could leave the smuggler back to protect Chandra, but Chandra lives. But yeah, I like staying back. Let's protect our shock machine. Oh, wait. Well, let's see. Do we want... I guess we could let Chandra go here. And I guess if they want to block the links, I'm actually okay with that. I put full control on because we could actually make the links unblockable here. But I'm cool if they want to trade, so I'm going to take off the full control. I just threw it on to make sure we were thinking about that decision, but I'm okay with this trade if they want it. And actually, let's put this on the weaponsmith. I think Dionysus is going on sheer odds. I don't think it's the only reason Dionysus watches, but he certainly enjoys that aspect, and more power to him. Get your punt fingers ready whenever you want. No, I didn't forget unblockable. It wasn't needed until they made a play, and then when they made the play, I hit full control and had the choice. There was no punt. You're just an eager beaver, buddy. Man, if Dionysus is a bot, I want to meet the programmer and shake their hand. Okay, now we have, we can do Cavalier and... Yeah, this is going to be sick. Right, we go 5, Cavalier, which is an elemental. I actually don't want to discard any of these. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this.
Let's burn brighter.
And we're gonna win target game. What? Is that you or me? Could be my crappy internet. Huh. Well, I don't know what happened. That was a scoop and they didn't show us the image? Maybe. Maybe that was a scoop with... I see. Yeah. Well, that looked like solidly in hand. And no, Weaponsmith Bo wasn't this good before, but decks were pretty hyper aggro when it appeared. There was a warrior deck in that format that was like It was the Fun Police. There was too much Fun Police in the original format, I think. That's my memory. Maybe that was it, and I don't remember that. That it was you could never, in the way the format was structured. I was only on the design team or the development team for Fate Reforged. Don't test my ability to remember that. I have a handful of design credits on Magic sets, and Fate Reforged is one of them. All right, it's 12:05, but I'll play at least one more. We might save the end of this for tomorrow. So I hear my children stirring. I think I'm gonna close shop fairly soon. We'll see though. See how long this takes. Let me go get some snacks and then hey child, can you bring me a glass full of onion and honey mustard pretzel pieces? One of the bags should be already open. Keeping this. Small, please. Ooh, it's... I don't think it actually matters. Well, I'll lead on Mountain out of habit for this triple Ember Hauler deck. Nice. Good time for a tap land. Funny fiddles, thanks. Another growth deck. We'll see how they do with it. We are going to start on Seer. Open up these winged words if this lives. Scry top. All right, let's start with words and then probably bowing, but we'll see. We could words again, but now let's just bow. We can do that after combat. I think this game is going to come down to spiders. Do they have them or don't they? Yeah, words discards. It was a... As soon as I did the math, I was done with that idea. Thank you, son. I pressed the button, it didn't take, sorry. Interesting spot. We have Smuggler Words, we have one of our two elementals, or one of our three elementals, really. I'm going to go big, and we're going to drop the air elemental. I guess biggest would be dropping the Cavalier. But I feel like if we go air elemental, boreal elemental, we'll have a 7th land, and we can go Cavalier, if it's a mountain, Cavalier activate. So I'm going to do it this way. Dropping Boreal punishes them more for Bone Splinters, but it doesn't really... I mean, it plays around it better in the sense that it makes them pay more. Plays around murder, great if they don't find a fifth land. All right, no spiders yet. I know we can smuggle Seer through spiders, but that's awfully slow. I'm hoping to 9 through the air without interruption. That seems like a good play. Here, I'm gonna, yeah, we're just gonna follow through on this plan. I could have killed the pup, I guess. Should have thought that through. Could have put the bow on the elemental and killed a pup. But it's not gonna be the thing that matters. Should have done it. But it can even help them if they had graveyard recursion or whatever. I just don't think we're just winning in the air or not. Random overcome could matter, but I don't think they have it here anyway. Like if they random overcome right now, we just win. I'll put it on the elemental now, though. I even had it in my head. I just hit the attack button before equipping it. Right now we've got Cavalier plus activation next turn, which should win the game unless they do something pretty good here. Not good enough. Not good enough. We got this. Now, maybe for the poetry, I have to at least play until we lose. Because if I 7-0 after an 0-3, that would be pretty cute for a day of streaming. But we just no block here and win the game on the next turn. There you go. There's your dead pup. Monsters. Chat made me do it. Is that a legal excuse? All right, we're rolling. All right, hold on a second. He wants to say hello. Come here, you pupper. Rocket hasn't been on in a while. I'm gonna force him to get off his nap and come say hello to me. Here, I'll do this way. Maybe he'll look at you. Have a good nap, buddy? How you doing? How's my dog? This is Rocket. He's 9 years old. He's an old man dog like me. We share chins now. See, we both go in salt and pepper in our beards. All right, You can go back to nap time now. Say goodbye, everybody. I figured since we killed a dog in the game, I had to give you a dog in real life. Need a little land, but not throwing that back. Rocket. Don't call him Rocky. He'll get mad at you. Lynx buys us a little time here.
All right, everyone, chill.
All right, we found a couple of lands just when we needed them. That's great. Nothing but green over there so far. They could have a pump spell, but we could live with that. Do we want to Scorch here? I think we Scorch and stay back on D, and then Chandra plus 2ing all these Scorcher stuff is nice. Did they miss a land drop? Yes, they did, huh? So they're low on land. Was that Rocky's voice? No, I don't know who Rocky is, but my dog Rocket has 2 voices, the one I make and the one my wife makes. Here's my version of Chandra killed Champ. Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I like that. Good call.
I'm ready to fight.
In our voicing of Rocket, he's basically a permanent toddler. So here's me speaking for Rocket when Margaret comes home. Hi, Mom. Where you been, Mom? I'm so happy to see you, Mom. I want a treat, Mom. So there you go. I kind of a elevated Cartman is my Rocket voice for Margaret. I'm gonna stay back and protect our Planeswalker. Toddler can be a talkative 3-year-old, you know. He's a very smart dog. Look. I mean, the fact that he's speaking at all, really, is pretty impressive. I do think I communicate with my dog better than anybody else in my family. How much do we care about killing that? We can haul it away next turn anyway. We can still Scorch and plus. I like Scorch and plus. That's just a lot of damage, and they can't really kill Chandra.
It's elemental, dear. What's your name?
And I'm attacking everything. They'll probably trade a healer off for one of them. That's great. Don't need to. I don't see how we lose from here, especially with Oppo getting some unfortunate luck.
Let's get stoked.
Just dropping the elemental after this and hoping it's enough. Might be exploding a Johnny here. Yeah. Sorry, Oppo, you didn't really even have a fight in you with only 3 forests. All right. If we need further proof that we're in the Matrix, 03 to 7-0 would help that theory. Very weird. Let's get it. Well, this is one of the prices you pay for the 3 search and 1 weaponsmith. It's not necessarily a ship. I still think it's a keep. Like, these cards don't suck. They're just a little below par on their own. Got Broodstar and Blackadder on the mulligan plan here, and Navarro on the keep. The issue is that it doesn't do too much, but I think the winged words actually is what really makes this a keep for me. We're very likely to fire off a winged words and recover any disadvantage of having slightly underpowered cards here. I think we keep. We have 2 fouls to give also. As much as I would like to 7-0, we just need to come up with 1 more win in 3 games. I think this is going to be fine. Also, Oppo mold, which also helps, but see, clean living. Vial or bow? We show the vial, they might avoid playing a 2-drop. We show the bow, though, it doesn't. They may avoid playing a 1-drop that we could get with it. I think we just play the bow. I'm gonna go winged words here. We need to find our extra land. Whew. Well, cleared out 2 non-lands. Really want to find another one here. All right, we did. Hauler, Vial. Scorcher doesn't do too much that I'm excited about here, so I like Hauler, Vial. Well, Eve has already outdone our last opponent with a 4th land. All right, interesting. What about equip bow, attack, kill Crasher, offer them trade? I don't think we need to use our big boy removal when we can get it all done on the cheap. Yeah, that's the other thing we do, is just Boreal. But we're a little behind here. Like, I'm going to do the line I said. I'm going to do that. That's true. We could also just Cavalier. Maybe I'm keep like not playing the Cavalier like it's some secret sauce to be disguised, but they're only showing green. All right, I'm in. I've just been trying to save it almost to no, we're not gonna. We might want a different card from the Scorcher, but it's got enough going on that we're gonna submit 0 here. Now let's see what they want to do. Trouble is mono green tends to be pretty combat-y, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, okay, there we go. But that's great. Now we get to reduce that to ashes, and it's no big deal. Reduce this now. It is 5, right? Okay. Suddenly it was like, oh wait, maybe it's 4. Read my cards before committing. Not a bad play. Yeah, Scorcher will be great for Cav Pump. Yeah, they can't kill Cav with what we've got. I'm going to do this and leave the Holler back and the mana back. Because now we can block and kill, like, take no damage. We're awesome. After terrible. What a weird day. 0-3, no problem. 7-0, no problem. Cavalier was clearly correct. It won the game on the spot. Well, magic is funny, folks. Magic is funny. Yeah, I don't even feel like there were no great games in there, right? I'm not gonna like load up the great games stream with games from that. It was just like us rolling. There were some interesting choices though. There were some cool decisions we had to make. Yeah, it's hard to know in best of 1 whether your opponent was color screwed or... That was a lot of forest to play for a color screwed opponent. It happens though. We've seen some crazy draws. Yeah, funny day. But we did convert some more gold into some gems. Our gems are pushing back up over here. And maybe we'll get back to 10,000 someday. We'll take some luck, but stranger things have happened. Like going 0-3, then going 7-0.